Welcome in, everyone, to the Fly for Fun show, the 36th show of the year. Today is September 8th, and I just want to say to everybody, thanks for all your thoughts and prayers during the hurricane. I am fine. My family's fine. So we're doing great. We got some struggles a little bit, but everybody's great. And Captain Ray, y'all all great. But I want to welcome in everybody. We're going to have a great show tonight. I'm glad to be back. Captain Ray and Brad and Maddie and who else?
We had a good show, but you were in and out,
Yeah, I was.
In and out, and it was good to see you.
Yeah, the internet was kind of off and on. I think we just got cell service back, but we'll be giving away some Fly for Fun show stickers tonight also, and we'll do some Part 107 questions, and we're going to actually give away a JohnnieDroneFlyer hat right here. So we'll keep up with that. And I know, Ray, we didn't do our drawing last month, but I'll work on it this week. We'll probably do that next week. And
okay,
we got the names in a hat. I think I kind of got messed up last couple weeks.
We want to make sure everybody's name gets counted.
Yeah, we will. And tonight we'll do 2 Part 107 questions. We got the drone show guide is out. If you need a copy, I'll email you a copy. We do have a Facebook page now for the Fly for Fun show. So, you can go on there and post your drone related pictures or drone stuff or events and let us know what's going on in the world. And I don't have any birthdays. I think, Ray, if anybody's got a birthday, put it in the chat. I had a birthday in the past week. We always like to wish.
And if you did, and we missed it, happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. And Ray, welcome in. And I got a surprise sitting right over here to my left, and I want to introduce somebody. And Brad Olson.
Hey, Brad, how you doing?
Brad is down here with the Capital One, and he was able to come by, and he's been coming by almost every day since. Yes. So he's actually going to stay here tonight and the next few nights, and he was having to drive 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
over 2 hours to his hotel. So that's a long day.
Back and forth each way.
So
been a long day after working 12-hour days.
Yeah. I can't get no cash out the ATM from him, but I mean, I've been trying to get that code.
Yeah, we'll get some for me too, will you, Johnny?
I'm telling you. Well, Ray, how was your week?
I tell you, Johnny, we were worried about you. That's the bottom line. We were worried about you. People were. Thank God you still had spotty cellular service. And that made things a little better for you. And you had your generators, so that was good too. We
got power back Monday. My daughter just got power back last night, so we're all up and running. My neighbor right here, Phyllis, who helps me with the cemetery, she doesn't have power. I'm looking at her house, and I don't know. Last time they were out for like 21 days after Katrina, and I got it back in 3. Now this time we were only out 9 days. So
we're glad to have you back, man.
I appreciate. Everybody. I got more calls, texts, emails, texts, but I'm fine. I know people wanted to do stuff, but hey, put your efforts in and donate to your church there, local or something, and we're fine. I think the Army, Brad went. He knew that they were giving away water, ice, MREs. So they were great at the National Guard over at the Walmart, and you could go every day and get 2 bags of ice and get water. So, and we have fresh water, in our drinking system here at the city. So they haven't picked up garbage yet, but it's amazing how the simple things you kind of forget about. You need your garbage people, you need your city workers, you need your water department, and all that comes into play because it's kind of getting funky outside. Now, they did pass a while ago, but they saying they're going to, my regular day is Tuesday, but they're coming. But anyway, that's just simple stuff. But a lot of people are going to be down for a while. That today we helped my daughter's assistant coach flooded, lost her house, so we washed all her clothes. So, yeah. We all good.
Well, Johnny, I tell you, we're glad that you and your family are safe and you're back with us. We missed you. And, but look, we got a big crowd in the house already. So let me welcome Third Eye View. He was number 1, JC Flying, and Matt Bagwell. Good to see you. Maddie, Drone World. How you doing? Yellow Rose Drones. That's Lee Bessing in Texas, I believe, And Jody, Drone Trots. Good to see you. And there's Brad Alton right behind you, and Dre, Recovery One Drones, all the way from California. And I saw Doc Murdoch. How you doing, Chris? He's down in New Mexico.
New Mexico.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And Alan, Drone Views Media from Ireland. Rhode Island drone guy, good to see you. And I'm trying to go through this list, Johnny, but we got a good crowd in the house.
I see
Sammy, how you doing, Sammy? And yeah, look at this, look at this. I know I'll skip somebody if I go too fast. AZ Drone Dude, David, how you doing? Key Rasho, good to see you. And Brad Pittman, good to see you. Jerry Bauer. I'll tell you, man, Johnny. Gary Sullivan's there. Good to see you, Gary. Blind Neil, good to see you. We'll get back to some of these other names and continue with the list a little later. But, Johnny, I hate to say this, but I got a mini meetup in since last week.
Yeah, I know. I see y'all always.
I flew with Rob Kamada and Stevie Bronx. He came out. And those guys, Lawrence and Herman, came out, and we flew in Huntington Bay, actually, and we flew the Huntington Lighthouse, and it was great. I mean, Rob ended up getting permission to fly at a private beach. We had this beach all to ourselves.
Nice.
And the lighthouse was, well, we thought it was, you know how when you look out over the water, it's deceiving. We thought it was no more than 1,000 feet. Lawrence showed up with his app. It turned out it was 1,800 feet away.
Well, you still could see it.
Yeah, but I tell you, it was great, you know. And,
Ray, hold up 1 second. I did forget. I mean, I'm reading, and I know I was kind of excited about being back on. We do have Barry Mullen and Mark Fisher tonight. I didn't. I don't even think I mentioned.
There are guests. I know there are special guests. You know, and we got a great show lined up.
You met Barry on through Facebook or YouTube, Ray?
I met him at the Rhode Island Drone Meetup. You know, and then I watched some of his videos, and the man can fly. Let me tell you, and the viewers in the chat are going to be very impressed with Barry. Right. You know, and of course Mark Fisher. You know, Mark he's amazing. That's all I could say. He's amazing. You know.
Don't say that. He's listening.
I know. But I see Stevie Bronx is in the chat. Capture Life Connection, and Stevie. I just want to let you know I'm wearing your shirt tonight. But anyway, I had a great meetup with those guys and Stevie and Rob. And, you know, Rob let me fly his Evo 2.
Oh, really?
So I got a chance to fly that drone.
You cheating on DJI. You cheating on DJI.
Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah, I was impressed. So I just love my mini meetups, whether it's one person, two people. The time I flew with Brad in Virginia, it was 4 of us, you know, and then of course we got the South Florida Drone Meetup, you know, and we had 50 plus down there, and we got that scheduled in 2022. It's going to be April 2nd.
Right.
And we expect a big crowd, and we'll talk more about that later. You know,
I got it scrolling across the bottom there, April 2nd, 2022. And and of course we got a few sponsors now, and I know Brad's doing some stuff. We got Pilot Institute is doing the lanyards, and Robbie with the World Drone Community is doing some stuff. So people are stepping up, and we're gonna have some prizes and stuff for people. So
yeah, no, it's going to be good. It's going to be great, actually. Not good, great. And I got my list right here of people who said they're coming. I got this fancy list right here. But we got a Facebook page and we got an event page, so check it out.
Welcome in. I see Chuck is in the house. Tomas, Doc Murdoch. Yeah, I think you said Doc, but yeah.
Tomas, good to see you all the way from Ireland. But anyway, Johnny, those guys were in the back room, or the green room, I should say. They're eating that shrimp, you know. So do you want to bring them in now? I'll introduce Barry.
We'll bring Barry in, and we'll bring Mark in just a few seconds. We'll get Barry the spotlight here for a few seconds. And
hey,
and there's Barry Mullen. Welcome to the Fly for Fun show.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
His channel is Northeast Dronealist, you know, and Barry, you know, I met you at the Rhode Island Drone Meetup. You were the first guy that I sort of met after Mark and Michael Blade.
Yeah.
And you know, I started watching your videos, and you can fly. You know, you really can. You got a great channel going, and
I've only been
why don't
flying for 3 months. I
I
mean,
know I'm
like I
amazed,
said,
and
it's
that's
only
what
been
I
three
want to. I
months.
want you to share with the viewers in the chat how you became involved with drones, and obviously you've been involved with drones 3 months now, which is amazing.
Yeah, so I used to watch YouTube a lot, and then I was watching this YouTuber, and I seen him flying a drone, and I'm like, "What is that? That thing's so cool." So I end up buying the drone. My fiance and I, she didn't know that I was going to be flying it this much. You know what I mean? But I ended up getting the drone. I fell in love with it. I started filming, and then I started showing some videos to people, and they started liking it. And I started doing like the editing and all that stuff, and I kind of just fell in love with it. And then I got a message from my buddy PJ from the New England Drone Pilots group, and he's like, "Hey, we're having a big meetup. It's going to be in Rhode Island. Mark Fish is going to be there." I'm like, "Oh wow, no shit." Oh, sorry, excuse my language. But so I ended up hitting up Mark, and I was like, "Hey man, where is it? Whatever it is." Or he showed me it. Such a great guy. I mean, I would not know the people that I know if I've not met Mark. That's literally the truth, because he's such a good guy. I mean, and then like he's got the moves like Elvis and everything. I don't know. He's got that personality. I really like the guy. So I mean, I just started, like I said, flying, and got into the whole community. I seen how Mark was with his group of people. I see how you are with Captain Ray Kelly, is like, very notorious with everything you do with flying, and Johnny, and it's so great, the community. You know what I mean? Like there's no competition or whatever. It's all about friends and getting to know people, and that's what I like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sorry for the whole ramble, but
Well, no, that's good. That's how people get to know you. But I went to your channel right after the meetup, and I was impressed with your videos that you have on your channel, and I know Johnny has one sort of queued up.
Yeah, let me see.
And
See if I can share this.
take a look at the way Barry flies in his
Y'all see
videos.
that? Ray, is that up, Ray?
Yeah, it's up. Yeah, the Cliff Walk in Newport, Rhode Island. And Barry, if you want to narrate as is playing, that would be good.
So I tried to kind of take everybody through a journey. You know what I mean? When I started doing all this stuff, I'm like, all right, so how would I want to watch this? So I'm like, all right, I would, obviously do the beach. I'd kind of take you through it, and then I would, kind of gently get you to the whole cliff walk. It's just, you just got to pretty much tell it like a story. And like I said, I mean, and who I got that from was Lawrence from New York, Lawrence Clark. He helps me tremendously, and I really appreciate it. That and my videos, when I started using what Gary Sullivan told me about the CPLs, oh my God, my video just started getting better. You know what I mean? So, and that's another reason why I like the community of drones.
This is some location to fly right here, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
And that's with the Mini 2, believe it or not. Yeah, unbelievable.
I love that thing. Like I said, that's my second one. My other one kind of got beat up from crashing into things and stuff. So,
well, I like the way you switch out the angles, and I mean, obviously you fly great. You really do.
Yeah, I mean, that's literally cinematic mode, and kind of letting it. A lot of people don't want to see like fast movement. You know what I mean? So I just kind of.
A lot of drone pilots make that mistake of flying in normal mode, or just flying too fast. They're too jerky. Cinematic is the way to go.
Yeah. Plus, I love video games. I don't even play video. I don't even know how I'd be able to play a video game now, because I fly so many drones. So like I kind of was getting used to the toggles and stuff. You know what I mean? And like I said, I've only been flying since 3 months ago.
Wow.
Look at my YouTube channel. I mean, not too. about 3 months. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guys, if you're not subscribed, go check out that channel and get Barry some subs there.
I would really appreciate it.
How you doing, Dennis, love lady? Good to see you. Well, I'll tell you, Barry, you know, you really, really can fly. For somebody who's only got 3 months of experience, you're going to be one of the great drone pilots. There's no doubt about it.
That's an honor. I mean, I can't believe you just said that to me.
Maybe you can talk. You can, a lot. Thank you. You can talk more fishing to letting you fly that Evo too. I'm sure he'll let you fly it.
You know,
I'm so nervous to fly another drone. You know what I mean? Especially something that's not mine. Ugh.
Yeah. Well, I tell you one thing. Mark is obviously one of the best, and Mark, you know, I talked to him on the phone and Messenger, and there he is, speaking of devil.
Hey guys.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, so I just want to first by saying thank you for having me on the show again, and it's so great to see Johnny, man. I'm thrilled, man. I don't even know what to say. I've been thinking about you every day, man, praying for you faithfully every day, and everybody else in Louisiana and anybody else that got hit with that terrible storm.
Yeah,
it's just been like,
we appreciate it.
Definitely. Barry, great video, and I like how you narrated it and how you talked about how you want to build a story so that you can allow other people to view that and that story to convey what you experienced that day flying. That's really good. It's really good. And I mean, for 3 months, you're doing really good, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. It means a lot coming from you. Thank you.
Definitely.
He wants to use that Evo 2 to make a dive. He wants to dive.
I definitely would let him use the Evo 2, but Barry allowed me to get it up about 300 feet before I give you the control.
No, yeah. That's probably the best thing. Yeah.
you know, Mark, I got to know you down at the South Florida Drone Meetup, you know, and you said to me, hey, CaptainRay, why don't you come up and run one in Rhode Island? And I told you, no, you do it. I'll help you, but you do it. And you did it, and it was totally successful. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, you know, definitely inspired by Captain Ray Kelly. We talked about it in the South Florida Drone Meetup, and I thought that was an amazing meetup. And I just was, you know, beside myself and said to myself, how does one even put something like this together? It's you know, I don't think I could ever do it. And when you said, you know, you should do one there, and I said, why don't you go ahead and, you know, come down and put it together with me, you know, because I don't know the first thing about putting together a meet like that. And then, you know, the time got close, and of course, you know, Michael Blade was talking about doing it in Newport, and I said, hey, you know, Newport's a little bit crowded, and there's a lot of things going on there. Why don't we just have it here in Providence, right around the corner from where we live? And you know, we started to go to work on it, and yeah, it was successful. It was successful because people were interested and people traveled. It was great to have the New York crew come down, and it was great to have Ken Dono and Billy Kyle come down. But you know, of course, those who are inexperienced, and people that are experienced together, you know, and all on one accord. Basically, nobody's saying, "Hey, I'm better than you," and you know, like, you know, it's not all about that. This is a family. This is a community. We love the technology, and if it goes further than that, with all the drama sometimes that happens in groups, it just gets ridiculous. I mean, it's flying drones. It's not, you know, we're not going to go into a wrestling match or a boxing match, you know, where there's, you know, that competition. You know, it's sharing experience. When you got a technology like this that 10 years ago we was unable to get, and now that we have this technology and we're able to go up and see different perspectives, you know, which is a therapy for guys that were in the military. Actually, there's a story about a guy in Montana who got into droning, and he had PTSD, you know, and he did like 4 tours over in Afghanistan, and bought a $20 drone. And I'll make it short, but end up crashing that drone and then getting a DJI, and it helped him with, in therapy with his PTSD. So that's amazing.
Yep.
So
yeah, that's a great story.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like when you can inspire somebody, create a story like Barry did, and from that perspective, that's amazing, and just share all that experience with others,
Yeah. And and like, again, I don't even know if I told you, Mark, but like I said, if I never met you, man, I wouldn't be into any of this stuff, and all about all the community and the drones and stuff like that. I really appreciate you. I see you as a mentor. You know what I mean? So I hope
I
you see
appreciate
that.
it,
You know what I mean?
and I'm humbled by that. Definitely humbled by that.
We'll get back to you guys in a minute, but we should probably do one of the questions right now, Johnny.
Yeah, let me pull one up here.
And we'll keep track, and then somebody will win a JohnnieDroneFlyer hat at the end of the month.
Where you want to read it?
All right, yeah, I'll read it. Okay, when requesting a waiver, required documents should be presented to the FAA at least how many days prior? A, 30 days, B, 10 days, C, 90 days. Yep, the answers are coming in, and I see the correct answer already, but we'll let a few more come in before we announce that Rhode Island drone guy got it first. Congratulations.
Them Rhode Island guys,
90 days.
You must have them going to class there.
Yeah. And that's the other thing, Mark. A lot of people in the chat, I mean, we know you, but some of the people in the chat don't. But tell us about the Rhode Island Drone Meetup group and how you became involved with drones too. We heard it already, but some of the people in the chat didn't. So make it brief and tell us about the Rhode Island Drone Meetup group.
Make it brief when Mark talks, really?
Yeah, I know, right? Make it brief. I'll make it short, but I was performing, and this was probably about almost 8 years ago. I was performing in Massachusetts, and as Michael Jackson, which I don't do no more because I'm retired. But I was getting ready to perform, and I seen a guy with it was a Phantom 1, and and I was like, I looked at it and I was like, what is that? And I said, whatever it is, I want it. I want to buy one. So after the show, and I ended up tracking down with the Phantom, DJI. I asked the guy some questions and I ended up getting a Phantom 1. That was probably about 7.5 years ago. After that, it was off to the races. You get the bug, the drone bug, and right. I just started buying whatever came out, and then led up to the when the first foldable drone actually was probably the Karma. That was before the Mavic Pro came out. The Karma came out. The GoPro Karma.
Oh, you had one of them?
I did have one. Unfortunately, I sent it back and told them to put wheels on it because it didn't fly. So it flew into a building. I was ready to sue the company and whatever. It just got crazy, and then they sent me another one. They said this is gonna fly better, and I was yelling on the phone. I'm like, do you know what you're selling? You're gonna hurt somebody with this thing, So, anyways, I got rid of it, and then that's when the Mavic Pro came out, as far as foldable drones. But I went through the Phantom 1, Phantom 2, Phantom 3, and it goes on. And then after the Karma, then the Mavic 2 Pro, then the Air, the Mavic Air, then the Mavic 2. I mean, it just kept on coming. Yep. When I got into it and really started, I think it was like 3 years into it, I started saying, hey, I want to start a company, but I wanted to do search and rescue. So I got really into it deep for search and rescue, but then realized I lived in Rhode Island and was not much to rescue or search for. So, yeah. And then I started the Rhode Island Drone Meetup, and I think there was like 3 people in it, and I didn't give it any I wasn't really involved with it. I just started it, and I was in another group, a Boston group, and I just didn't like the things that were going on in that group. It was nothing personal or nothing like that. And I wanted to be able to share the knowledge that I gained. So I said, let me focus in on my group and build it, but keep it at a low numbers so that, and then screen people that came in and get people that I wish the group was made up of all young kids, because I think that they're the future of this. And I always want to teach kids, to fly and this technology because it's important. So, but yeah.
Well, I know I was invited by Michael Blade to join the Rhode Island Drone Meetup group, and you accepted me. I was one of the first outsiders, and I really appreciate that because you got a great group. But there's Brad. How you doing, Brad?
Brad, crash the show again. You got 40 people on the show now. It started with about 20. Now we got a whole bunch of folks. I want to say hi personally to everybody that I've missed in the chat because I'm having a hard time with my tablet over here, but I've been listening and watching, and it's good to see everybody in the chat. And it's been really good to see Johnny firsthand and to see that he's okay. I was so lucky to get to come here with my company, Capital One. I think I'm wearing my branding. And we brought some ATMs to his hometown. And
not my hometown.
I couldn't bring it to his house. He wanted me to, but
I also want to say Ken Hoffbauer stopped by too, and we had a little crawfish etouffee, and my son-in-law was cooking, so
it was delicious.
So yeah, Ken didn't stay long, but he did. So we had, of course, we took a little picture and put it up. But yeah, it was fun to now Brad and I hadn't flew yet, but we're gonna fly somewhere, even if we fly my driveway out here.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to get a flight in with Brad. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, at least one. I got my drone. I got my Mini 2 with me. So there you go, Barry. Right?
Yeah.
Yep. We got my Mini 2. That's my travel drone.
That's all you need. I think that's all you need. That's all.
I do have an Air 2S as well, but I left that at home because I'm traveling. But flying.
Yeah. Good to see you, Brad. It really is.
See everybody. I'm sitting over here in the corner away from Johnny, so I don't mess up the show.
You might be right, Dennis. I might have forgot. Well, I got a tree limb that went through my window, so it wouldn't do no good to lock my house up.
That's true.
Dennis, lovely lady, man. I miss you, bro. I haven't been able to watch the sunrise morning shows, man, but I miss your singing and your ukulele, man.
You want me to sing?
No.
Dennis, we did start something new on. We did start something new, and that's me playing the harmonica.
Oh, goodness.
There you go. Play
it.
But anyway.
Before you know it, we're gonna have a band. Johnny, you're not.
I want to say welcome in a few people. I see Marcus is in the house. Michael from Fly Zone. Mike Henrik. JC, of course. JC. Dennis, we welcome. Who else is in? Art's in the house. Am I missing anybody else? I'm just trying to. Sam and Rose is in, or at least Sam's in. Doc Murdoch. I said Doc, and I got to thank Doc. And look, guys, I can't mention everybody that called and texted because I'll leave somebody out. But again, I want to say lots of prayers.
Yeah. No. We were all praying for you, Johnny, and the prayers worked.
I want to mention too that whoever's out there on the chat and here in the live show, all the guests out there. Share this Wednesday night, 7:00, Fly for Fun show. Share this with groups. Share this. Let's build this number. Let's get this thing, because this is a great show. A lot of great guests. Johnny and CaptainRay are just amazing at what they do. This live show has just been awesome. So, share it. Even on the day of, it's good to share it in the groups. I try to do that as much as I possibly can, but this should grow because this is a great thing. So
yeah, we appreciate it.
Thanks.
We try.
Thank you, Mark.
Nothing special. We just try to introduce the pilots and give them a chance to talk about themselves a little bit. Because when you're on a show, you can't hardly talk. If you host a show or something, you don't like talking about yourself. So that was the premise of our show, and that's what I think it's. I don't say it's different. I mean, there's a lot of drone shows. I mean, we'll let the other people do the news and that kind of stuff because that gets overplayed so much with the drones and the reviews. But we appreciate it.
We're gonna have
Mark, a lot of other people in the chat and don't know that you do live streams just about every day on Facebook, and that's great because, I learned listening to you on those live streams. Well, not today. Today you talked about doing floors, but
yeah, 2 videos about the floors, right? I watched those, yeah.
But now I know how to do floors.
We're gonna have to flip the script and have somebody. I mean, totally up to you guys, but have somebody interview you guys. So somebody hosts a show and then interview you guys so that people can get to know who you guys. Brad, man, I love you, man.
We got a winner. Leonard, congratulations. Leonard, he loves winning these stickers. He really does.
Oh, wait. Johnny, we lost you.
I can't hear you, Johnny.
I'm sorry I muted myself. I was talking to Brad. I do want to reach out to Leonard. Leonard won that, but he had people in Laplace and they got hit hard. So, I do. We just washed some clothes for a lady that lost her house, and we had like 6 washer and dryers going a while ago. One of my tenants, my daughter, and mine. So but he had some people. I think they're all safe. But yeah, so Leonard, it's got some game here in Louisiana. So
yeah, well, it's good. Congratulations, Leonard.
Yeah, and Leonard, we'll get them out to you.
I just sent him some 2 weeks ago.
Well, we'll send them some different ones. I got some Fly Zone. I got some of Michael's, and we got some Stevie's. I got mine. We got Fly for Fun.
Speaking of Michael's, this is what I did with Michael's. Just to let you know, I put it on my sunshade.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So it looked good there.
We got some Stevie's with his stance there with his suit on, like Men in Black.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. We'll get him.
Men in Black.
Without his New York Yankee cap on,
Yeah. I had mentioned in our posts on a Fly for Fun page that you might give some editing tips, or at least one anyway. Mark, would you care to share an editing tip?
Sure, I got something pulled up right now. I don't know how well it's going to be able to be viewed, but let me see if I can kind of just get this on my laptop here.
Mark, I can give you permission to share if you.
I wouldn't know how to do that, Johnny. I stink with all that stuff. Can you guys see that? So this is Final Cut Pro. I use Final Cut Pro because I'm an Apple freak.
Me too.
And basically it's fairly easy. All right. So I know it seems a little hard, and but you get your content, and then you come right over here, and there's a arrow right here. Once you open the program, you're gonna go up to the file. You're gonna pick a new library and a new project.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Once you get that. Now, and another thing is too, if anybody wants to ask any questions, you can find me on Facebook, or if you got any questions. I deal with Final Cut Pro, but they're all basically almost the same. So you come up here, you hit this arrow, and that will open up this screen here to find out where your content is. So I pull up this and scrub through that. If you can see that, I scrub through that. Yeah, that's what I want. So I'll highlight that and then import that. And once it imports here where all your clips are. Once you get all your clips, you can scrub through your clips too. And so you highlight a part of the script, and then you drag it and bring it down.
Yep.
Once you Mark, is that a paid? Mark, is that a paid version?
Yeah.
That, or?
It is a paid version.
Okay.
But what I like about Final Cut Pro is that you pay one time. And I teach at a school. So I was able to get it for $200, which is nothing. Nice. Instead of paying for a program every single month. I'm not knocking any other programs.
Right.
But you pay for it once and you get all the updates. Okay.
Mark casually said that he teaches at a school. I didn't know that about you.
Yeah, I teach at a high school. It's an art school. It's a charter school, actually. And I started teaching there 3 years ago, and then the pandemic hit, and I couldn't teach last year. But I'm going to be teaching this year, and we're working on a project for the city of Pawtucket. So that's our project, and we'll go out and gather more content. You know, we'll bring They have cameras. I bring my cameras. I bring drones, and so
very cool.
So yeah, so the thing with Final Cut Pro is it's very easy, and if you have a MacBook Pro, you could start with iMovie, which is free, and it's like a stepping stone to Final Cut Pro. But I always say, if you can afford it, just go right into getting the best of the best, right? I mean, because then you don't waste time learning one program and then all of a sudden jump into this. And there's so many videos on YouTube. If you just, we all know this. I mean, I have to go to YouTube. I went to YouTube University for I'm still going, actually, for 7 years.
Okay.
And it's free. Tuition's free. It's amazing.
I never went to it.
So the thing is, you can go on there and it'll give you the basic steps to all of this about Final Cut Pro or even other programs like Adobe Premiere. But it's really easy. And the thing is, when you scrub through here, you get to choose what you want to put, you know, that best shot. So you just highlight it and then drag it down into your storyline. Now, I always do this before I even make a video. What I do is I say, okay, what did I shoot? I shot a boat scene. So I want something cool like music. So when you get and find the music, you drag it down, put a clip first, get your opening clip, then drag your music down. Now on that, you're able to stretch it by just opening it up and stretch it like this. But you can always go over here too. These are probably things and you can make it bigger. If you see that, it makes it bigger. So you can see where the music has a beat so that you can change your clip on the beat. I see a lot of videos out there where they don't change on the beat, which kind of makes it more cinematic and it makes it cool, I guess. But yeah, so basically,
well, I think I told you. You make it sound so easy, and I had taken 5 classes and I flunked Final Cut Pro.
I'm going to tell you,
But Jean Drone Adventures, aerial cinematography, she's in the chat. She loves Final Cut Pro. Yeah.
I'm an Apple lover. I've always loved Apple.
Yeah, Apple, you know, because Apple is more based off of like content creators.
Mark, you got a question. I got a question up. I don't know if you can see that.
What does the $300 Final Cut Pro DaVinci is very good. I'm gonna tell you about DaVinci. DaVinci is really good for color grading. And DaVinci is used. I mean, the paid version of DaVinci is used in actually full featured films. Hollywood uses DaVinci. It's preference. The reason why I use Final Cut Pro is because I don't go outside of like third-party stuff. I stick with Apple. It's an Apple program. I'm gonna stick with it because it's gonna the updates and all this and that. If you're I don't even use PC or Android, so I stick with even with third party. Like when somebody goes out and buy master screw, props to put on there.
Right.
DJ, I don't even do that because what happens is they're gonna know, or program. Like some people use Lynchy. I would never go off to a third party program or app because of the fact that DJI is gonna know if something goes wrong with your drone. They're gonna know you were using Lynchy.
Right.
Right. I try to stick with that. And I always do the firmware updates. Some people say, I don't do it because of this and that. I always do firmware updates. Now, I'm sorry, I might not have answered that question about Da Vinci. It's
No,
preference.
you did.
It's all
Yeah.
preference. You know, it took me a while to come from iMovie to Final Cut Pro. I wanted to learn everything I did about iMovie so that when I took that step.
Barry, is that what you use, iMovie?
I was using iMovie and I went right to Final Cut Pro, and it is
it's a step
it's a step above.
Is different, but it does the same. You know what I mean? So there's
Right.
nothing's better than the other.
I think if you have a MacBook Pro, it's very user friendly. You know, as far as Final Cut Pro, it's very user friendly, and really, once you start getting the basics of it, you're gonna be like, oh my god, it is easy. It's, you know, when you open up anything, it's just like when we first got that drone, and you know, where's the menu? How does the menu happen? And where do you go do this? And the more you use it, the more friendly it's gonna get to you.
Yeah. Well, I know we could talk about editing for hours, you know, and you really know how to edit. You know, I'm a basic editor. I use the iMovie. You know, my videos are not that fancy. You know, I just try to tell my story.
That's
but,
great. You know, at the end of the day,
Johnny,
are
go
you
ahead.
having fun? That's at the end of the day. Are you having fun? And that's that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I have a good time. Believe it or not, you know, I have a good time doing it. A lot of people say it's work, you know, but I find it interesting and fun, you know.
Me too.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Johnny,
I mean,
are you going to show a video of yours tonight?
Yeah, I'm gonna show a little bit of the hurricane footage.
Then,
I put up
or do you want to
yesterday.
show? You got Mark's queued up yet, or no?
No, Mark had sent one on Facebook. He said, "How Mark, you didn't have anything new up?"
Yeah,
He said,
that's okay. No, show yours, Johnny.
I'm gonna just show a few minutes. I know a lot of people seen it, but this is just something. Most of this is pictures, and you know, guys, I didn't shoot a ton of video only because it's kind of hard to fly over people's houses and the tree is through it, and I was trying to be very respectful. So, you know, a lot of screenshots. I did put the drone up a few times, and I might look back and wish I had more. But I could go. You know, Brad can tell you, you know, the piles are like you can't hardly drive down the roads. But I'm gonna try to get some video of, you know, that kind of stuff. But and I'll do some.
Johnny has a great channel. He doesn't want to blow his own horn, so I'll blow it for him. He has a great channel. Be sure you subscribe.
Is that playing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's playing. That's so
that band got that Ida didn't like that, the Southeastern band there. But look at the size of those trees that snapped.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That brick came off the wall there.
Yeah. Johnny, not to bring back bad memories, but did you get emotional flying and seeing all this damage?
You know, it's been a tough week. That's my pool with no power. That's what it looks like after a couple of days.
Wow.
That's some of downtown.
Yeah, you guys got hit hard. No doubt about it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm glad you're okay. That's for sure. And your family.
Yeah. Well, you know, the thing, it sat over us, and we were probably in, I guess it was about six straight hours, probably from about 8 to 2 in the morning, that it was, I mean, it was bad. I'm glad that we were in the room that we in, we couldn't hear it, you know, hear it as much. So.
You know, Leonard's in the chat too, and he's saying that New Jersey, his neighborhood got hit pretty bad.
Yeah,
he put up a couple of videos about the damage in his area.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a big storm, and it, you know, that's an old coffee pot. That's the only way I had to make coffee. That was from my mom and dad. The cemetery got hit really hard. You know, I had to. I think it was $10,000 I spent basically getting these guys to clean it up, and of course,
some of the people in the chat don't know you're the manager of the cemetery in Hammond.
Yeah, but it was pretty bad.
That's bad.
Nothing I ever want to experience again. I'll say that. That was right down at the end of my road there. But just trees all over, you know, and they said that if, you know, if anybody who got a storm in Louisiana would, after all the rain we've had, would be really bad. And it was probably worse than they thought. You know, I think we had over 1,300 light poles down in Hammond. So,
wow.
Wow.
How you doing, Angela? Thanks
Johnny,
for
is that
coming in.
your house?
Hey,
No,
Bill, coast to
no.
coast.
I had just a tree in my backyard and a stick through I think I got a picture of the stick through my window. And, you know, we were fortunate. These people have a lot more problems, you know, than what I had. So, hey, you know, when you're blessed, you know, it's that. Now this guy, they're a doctor. They were in this house when that tree fell. And,
can you imagine being in a house and a tree comes crashing through your roof?
well, that one I put up a video earlier where that Cassie, a friend of mine, she had 5 trees through her house. So,
Jeez.
and of course, that house will probably be totaled, I would guess. You know.
You finally have power now, right?
What's that?
You have power now, right?
I do have power. Yeah, I got it back Monday.
I thought I seen that video.
Monday night, I think it was. Yeah. And that's right there at Southeastern, and you can see it just wiped those pine trees. I mean, that's the baseball field scoreboard right there. You can kind of look up in the center of the screen. So that's you know, the campus took they have some 100-year-old oak trees, and they really took a beating. And of course, you see everything, you know, fell to the west. So, but yeah.
How you doing, Mendez? Jackrabbit FPV, how you doing?
That's my backyard. That's the tree that fell in mine right there. So, and that's my little duplex right here. These 2 trees fell over on this condos, which I'm glad they didn't fall the other way. That's the tree in my backyard right there. So that's my fence.
Wow.
But anyway.
Well,
enough of the hurricane.
That was a good video of the damage, you know. Thanks for sharing it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I think JC, I got one. JC,
yeah, JC sent us one to show.
Well, Ray,
you know?
Let's see. Yeah. Let me see if I can get JC.
Always good to see JC in the chat.
Yeah.
He always sends a video for us to show. And that goes for everybody in the chat. If you want to send us your videos, we'll be glad to show them.
I want to say hi to Angela, Lost Girl Heights. She just came in. I don't know who else just came in.
This is JC here. It's pretty cool.
This is a nighttime video, unfortunately. But it's amazing. The way JC flies, he flies during the day, he flies at night.
He does. He likes those nighttime videos.
I still have not had the courage to do it. I don't want to lose it.
Just send it up. Mark could go find it. If he can find it in the water, he can find it in the daylight. Don't worry.
Oh my God. You got to tell him that story.
He'll find it some kind of way.
I got a kick out of these cars, watching these cars zipping around the city. And this is in Fayetteville, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Fayetteville, North Carolina. Yep.
What is he flying there, I wonder?
Air 2S, I believe. I think it's Air 2S, I would think.
I know he had just got a Mini 2 back. He had sent it off, and DJI sent him a new one. But JC, you really know how to fly. I haven't flown at night yet. Hey, and Mark, do you got any tips on flying at night?
Yeah, I just close my eyes.
Good tip.
There's one in every room, I tell you.
Your teachers must loved you in high school.
What high school?
Yeah. Hey, John Olson, I didn't say hello to you. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I like that though. That was a nice video. And then
Very good video.
Ray, you did a little teaser, didn't you?
Yeah, I did a little teaser on our meetup, right? Yeah, it was a quick one, you know.
Let's see if I can.
But I just love flying with these. Well, here you go, and it's basically I use my same format, my globe there, you know, nothing fancy.
I like
But
the intro.
there they are. There's the crew: Stevie Bronx, Herman, Lawrence, and Rob Kamada. You can play the music, Johnny. It's iMovie.
Good crew to fly with, Captain.
But look at this location. That's the private beach we had.
Oh, wow.
And we had that whole beach to ourselves, believe it or not.
Is that close by you, CaptainRay?
It's 55 minutes from my house, you know, because it's in West. It's on the North Shore. And there it is, Huntington Bay, and that's the inlet going out to the harbor.
Did they all drive out to that area?
Yeah, we all met right there. And that's the Huntington Lighthouse out there in the middle. But we did some boat chasing or following, and they were setting up for a music festival on this day. They were going to have a big music festival on the lighthouse the following day, Saturday, for Labor Day weekend, and there were going to be 1,000 boats in this harbor on Saturday. Yeah. But it was a great place to fly, and thank you, Stevie, for coming out, Rob, and Lawrence and Herman. It was a pleasure. My pleasure to fly with you guys.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Ray, I'm gonna put this second question up real quick.
Okay. When can someone with a marijuana conviction apply for a remote pilot certificate? A, never. B, 18 months, or C, 1 year?
I hope if you know the answer to this, you shouldn't.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things where a lot of states it's legal now, you know.
I really don't know. I don't want to.
It's actually.
But anyway, we got it. We got the answer. Congratulations, John Bonifant. Yeah.
Well, guys, we also we got to ask Barry the question about.
Right. Barry, we ask every guest that's on our show. You know, and you're not being singled out, but if you had one drone or a drone you would like to buy or have besides your mini, if it's your Mini 2, that's fine too. But what drone would that be?
It'd probably be my Mini 2. I mean, I don't have any problems with it. I don't feel like there's an upgrade needed right now. You know, especially as I'm just trying to enjoy and, you know, pretty much do it as a hobby. You know what I mean?
And I think I know Mark's answer already to this question. Mark, what's your favorite drone, or what drone would you like to have?
So I've been considering selling my Evo 2.
Really?
Yeah, and it's going to be hard because I got so many accessories. I got the live deck. I got the lights that there's so much that goes with it. I got the smart controller and all that. So it's going to be pretty pricey if I do sell it, because I'm thinking about upgrading to the Evo 2 Pro.
Okay.
The Evo 2 Pro 6K V2, but the here we go.
The new Evo that's coming out.
Yeah, the new Evo that's coming out. Well, yeah, it's not. It's supposed to be about a month, they said.
Right.
But it's the it's the one with you could put a light, you could put a speaker,
right.
You know, all right, I lost train of thought. Anyways.
Yeah, no. A lot of people are going to be buying that drone.
I want to go with the V2 because there's going to be a lot more updates for that. Yeah.
We're getting a lot of different answers in the chat. A lot of people have different answers in the chat.
Version. Yeah, that's right. Idaho quad copy. Thank you. The enterprise version. So I want to go with that. Not the dual, but the enterprise. It's like $37.50. So yeah.
All right. Good.
What about the V-Copter? Is anybody ordering the V-Copter?
Yeah. Right. See that? You
could probably put the question down, Johnny. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But
so Mark,
but
you
I'll tell you,
can order the V-copter?
You know, I looked at it. Depends on the price. I think I would. I think if I'm gonna wait to. It's only in China right now, but if it hits the States, I might get it because it just seems like a really cool drone. It's probably not gonna fly that great. I don't know how stable it's gonna be, but it's something cool. I'd probably buy it just to fly it a few times and then just put it on the wall of drones, you know.
And Marcus, I will say, Marcus got the Xeno Mini, and they've had some updates. I did get my money back. I think Ron got his money, but they may be getting some better with that Xeno Mini. But I think that I'm glad I got my money back. So
this is my favorite right here. I like my Air 2S. Oh, you got one too?
Oh yeah.
I love this drone. I really love this drone.
That's what I should go to next.
But
look at this, Johnny.
Yeah, right. I know. I remember when he did that.
You remember that, right?
Hey, but
how long did it take you to notice it?
The Air 2S and a Mini 2, you can't beat those two drones. I mean, if you only had really two drones, I would say.
And I'm gonna tell you. So listen, you want to get the best out of it. Let me tell you something. Go in. Well, you have to learn to color grade, but if you fly and fly the logs, even if you fly in the what is it? H265 and then HVL or something like that, or HLV or something. It's after the log. So you got regular standard color, and then you got log, and then you just I forget what it is, but I'm gonna tell you right now, my goodness, the depth of field, it's just amazing. I mean, this has been my go-to drone. Tell you the truth, this has been a really good drone, and
that's the Air 2S, right?
It's the Air 2S. I don't like that it doesn't have the. I missed the variable aperture on the Mavic 2 Pro, and being able to change the aperture on it right on the go. But I tell you, the Air 2S is just amazing, man. I can't complain.
So that would be that'd definitely be a good upgrade, right?
Oh my goodness, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. It has like what sensors and stuff, because I know the Mini 2 does it, right?
I turn them off, but yeah.
Barry, another question that we ask our guests is if you had a dream location or a location that you would like to fly someday, anywhere in the world, where would that be?
Bermuda.
Oh, okay. Bermuda. There you go.
You might not get your drone back.
Been wanting to go to Bermuda.
I've been there. Bermuda is beautiful. Yeah, that would be.
That's where the shorts come from. That's where the shorts come from, right? Bermuda shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what about you, Mark? Anywhere in the world, where would you like to fly?
Harry, you may not get your drone back. I would love to fly in Africa.
Oh, okay. I forgot. I don't think we've heard that yet. Have we heard that, Johnny?
No, I don't think we've heard that.
Africa.
Yeah. Serengeti, maybe West Africa or something like that, or just to, being able to shoot like animals, packs of animals or wildebeest, or that would be amazing.
Well, a lot of people don't realize that you're quite the photographer. Also, you do like
wildlife.
Shooting wildlife. And your photos of wildlife that I've seen, pretty impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I like those. I see that on the Rhode Island Drone Group all the time. You take some really nice photos of the nature.
Yeah, I just haven't been able to get real wild, and in order for me to get really wild, wildlife photographs, I'd have to go down to Louisiana and find this guy named Johnny. Take some pictures of him, that wild guy. I'll tell you right now, I'd be on National Geographic. Wow.
Look, I got Brad. I got my designer of my, skull here, right here, and we got.
That's Brad. Right. Yeah, I tell you, those skulls were a big hit at the South Florida Drone Meetup. I know I bought one, and Brad, I get compliments about it all the time. Where'd you get that skull from?
I'll see what I can do about trying to bring some more next year.
Yeah.
They need. I think I had. Well, I got another one there, but I think I had Gracie took one. I think Bailey took one. So
I saw a yellow one in there.
I keep my stickers in there, and I keep all my cords. I got every kind of charging cable in here you could think of, so it stays right there. But
we had a lot of new faces in the chat, Johnny, and we want to thank the new people and the old people for tuning in on a Wednesday night to listen to us. And we enjoy sharing with you guys, and we try to get interesting guests. And tonight, I think we did that.
Absolutely, yeah, it was great. Y'all, it was great to have new people on. And Barry, I'm glad you're in the community, and glad Ray reached out to you, and Mark, and you always a pleasure to be on. And it's been a great show. I'm glad to be back, and
Brad, he's right there too with you.
Yeah,
that's great.
It's amazing. My son-in-law, he couldn't believe that you met somebody and then they get to come to your hometown. It's still hard to believe you can meet somebody and then all of a sudden they're in Hammond. It's really weird.
Yeah,
coincidental.
Hey, Hot Rod, how you doing? Thanks for coming in.
Rodney. Oh yeah, I forgot because I was down in Pennsylvania and Maryland, and then I was close by Rodney Bell.
Right.
And I
had lunch.
Over and have lunch with Rodney Bell.
I've seen that too.
That was awesome.
That was amazing. Yeah, I that was like the best part of the trip.
And you know what's weird since the meetup? Just think how many people met face to face, even since the meetup again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
I know, Ray, you're in New York and you got a lot of people up there, but till the meetup, now you met with them again. So
yeah, no, it's good. And people, I don't know if they know that Gene Drone Adventures, aerial cinematography, she's going to be a guest on the show in 2 weeks, and we have a few more guests, lined up. Johnny, it's one of those things where we try to get interesting guests, different guests.
Sure.
But Mark, we really appreciate you coming on. We know we can call you if a guest cancels on us, and you're more than happy to come on, and we appreciate that.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, and I want to thank Maddie. Maddie's watching. I sent him a link. He didn't. I don't know. He was Maddie helped last week. Brad kind of co-hosted, and you, and it was just I was able to watch a little bit, and because I know when the internet's not good, and I get aggravated when I'm trying to run a show, so I didn't want to interfere. But
I tell you, Johnny, Maddie did such a great job. I thought you was going to lose your job.
I know. I'll tell you. You know what?
Never.
I'll say this. Brad is watching me. It's a lot of clicking.
It's moving things.
I'm moving stuff all over, and it's a whole lot easier to be on a show than it is to run a show. I'll tell you.
Yeah, I found that out, Johnny.
Yeah. So
I wasn't even about to try to share a video.
Bill Renee, welcome in. Yeah, Mika Steve. But it is. It's fun. But when you're on a show, when I'm on Michael and Sergio's show on Friday along with Maddie, it's just a pleasure because I just sit back and I know if they're having problems, I feel for them. And we all had the internet problems and the computer problems. And since I got this new laptop, I think I haven't had any more problems. But it's a lot of clicking and moving around and the banners, and we do the test questions. So, but it's fun and it flows. I think we have it down. Pat. We make a cheat sheet here, and I got it right here. But it's a lot of clicking, but it's fun. So, I do want to thank all the new people that I know. We did have a bunch of new faces and people in here, and we really appreciate it. We got over 40 right now watching. And, guys, I want to say thank you again.
The other thing is subscribe, check everybody's channel. Don't just check your own or your favorites. Be sure to check these other people that are in the chat, because a lot of times you don't even know about them, and then you go and you find out they got great videos, and that's exactly what happened with Barry. I clicked on his
something to that, Ray. As far as some people might think they're still subscribed to channels, and that might not be the case because of YouTube's algorithms or whatever. They might remove your subscription from one of your favorite channels if you haven't been there in a while. So you have to go visit, maybe even comment on a video or two.
Yeah, Robbie, thanks for coming in. I know Robbie's working on some shirts for me, and he sent some shirts. he stepped up and is going to support the South Florida Drone Meetup. So I want to thank him for that.
Yep.
And
Thank you, Robbie.
Friday night catch Michael and Sergio, myself and Maddie on their show. And tune in to all the shows. I know there's a ton of shows, and I do have the drone guide. If you need it, we'll get it out to you again. And it's been a pleasure to be back, and I can't say it enough. Just glad to be back. That's all.
Hey, I'll be here on Friday with you again.
Glad to have you.
I might still be here.
Back, man.
Glad to have you back. And Barry and Mark, thank you very much for being on the show. And thank you, everybody in the chat, for tuning in. And just get out there, fly for fun, fly safe, and just have a good time. And we'll see you again next week.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Have a good night.